This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting. I'm joined by KSI's coach, Alexis. A little bit of a different interview today. We're reviewing the KSI on Speed Spar, which just happened. Obviously, you were kind of officiating it. You weren't in the ring, but you were outside of it. What are your thoughts on the Spar today?
Yeah, I think they were doing it for a good cause. It was for a charitable cause to raise a lot of money. So it was cool to be a part of it. And I think the main thing was I think Speed wanted to kind of test the waters and see how good he was. But obviously, JJ's a professional fighter, so you can't really just jump into that kind of hot water. So it was a bit tricky.
Positives of Speed. What did you make of his skills, his endurance, his heart? I liked his cardio and his heart personally. I thought he would gas out of the first, but he seemed to kind of just drag on.
Yeah, I mean, JJ wasn't really hitting him to the head hard, so I think he was kind of helping him along. I think he's definitely got something to him. He's obviously a kid who's tenacious, who's got who when he wants something he works hard for it. So I think I have no doubt if he worked hard at boxing and was in the right gym with the right people, I have no doubt that he could fight. I think that's the most important ingredient of anyone is that work ethic, and I think these kids all have it. So definitely.
Do you reckon we'll see Speed fight in misfits?
I think so. I think once you get a little bit of boxing, I don't think you want to get out of it. I also think that he's going to want to redeem himself. And that's going to be kind of a motivation that I think could propel him to the next level of actually working hard and getting good at something, rather than just thinking just because he's athletic or just because he's fast, he can do things. There's a lot of training that goes into it. So,
I guess you want to get his redemption, that's for sure. Let's talk about this then. I thought I was running JJ after. Speed seemed to have some kind of power in them, some natural power. Good overhand rights, good left hooks. Obviously, they weren't really landing. They weren't throwing the right technique, but as a novice, he's seeing him a novice in the ring like that. Do you think he's a natural for the boxer? Where would you rank him into natural, not ready for this at all? Where would you kind of mark him in that?
Well, I think one of the most natural things about fighting is that you actually do it. So the fact that he got in there, the fact that he got in there and let his hands go and try. I mean, there were times where he really went for it and then realised it didn't work and then kind of like got deflated. I think that was the biggest cardio problem with him, was it didn't go his way and then he got deflated from that, and that was the issue. But that was always going to be the issue, I think. But yeah.
Were you stressful at all beforehand? Stressed, sorry.
No, not at all. I think our job, no matter what happens, is to keep JJ from getting injured, from doing anything stupid. That's the most important thing. When you've got a guy who you have no concept of how wild they're going to be or what's going to happen, even no matter what happens, you've got to stay safe. So you have to treat them with a certain amount of respect and get your range and just be cool with it. And a fight's a fight. Anybody can knock anybody out. It's real. It's not. You've got to be serious with it a little bit, and then once you've kind of get their timing and their rhythm, JJ can take his headgear off and do what he wants.
I certainly saw it straight after. Talking to JJ then, we're still waiting for the appeal, we're still up in the air, so we won't talk about that. Jake Paul fought tonight, her first round knockout. I think you've probably seen it by now.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. You have to expect that sort of stuff from the kind of level that he's fighting at. You can't. It's difficult to promote yourself as being the next world champion when you're fighting guys that haven't fought in years. Again, it's just hard to critique when the level of opponent in front of you is what they are. It's difficult from a coaching point of view because you want to be like, he's progressed or he's moved on or I've seen this or I've seen that, or like when he fought Tommy, you saw what he had.
You saw the level, you saw the stage.
Yeah, he got found out by not throwing in bunches, not throwing clusters, dipping to the right all the time, looking for single shots. Those are the things that you notice, and then with a good opponent in front of you, and then with a bad opponent, everyone looks great. So it's difficult to critique.
Yeah.
But not obviously, I'm sure he's improving. I'm sure he's doing well. But it's just difficult for me to critique. Otherwise, just wasn't anything there.
Before I let you go though, will you be in the gym for Christmas?
Yeah, we're all the way through. We don't have Christmas.
Why can't you be at this gym more? It's way nicer than the other one.
No, this is a sparring gym for all the high level camps, all the guys that fight in UFCs or Bellators, or the guys that are boxing on the Saudi shows now. All the camps are run here, so we just keep it. We don't have any sessions in this gym, just pro stuff.
Okay, that's fair
Yeah.
enough. Michael Venom Page is rumoured he might be the UFC. Rumoured he might be somewhere else. Anything you can talk about for him?
No, just it's super close to being signed. As in the next day or two, it'll be out. We've got offers from all the major organisations have come. Have showed their love with the offers they've got. Some really good offers. I think now it's just sit down and go through them and figure out what's best for him.
Awesome, Alexis. When it gets announced, I come down. We'll do an interview with Michael. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Good seeing you, mate.